Coach, we were talking to Coach Moore the other day about the linebacker shift, and basically saying that these guys are kind of built and natural at these new positions, with McKinney at middle, and then shifting the other two around. What's your take on the look that gives you, and then playing to their strengths?
Well, part of the thing is we are always looking for the best combinations. And it's okay. The one thing we try to do at all the linebackers is to teach them all three positions. And then that way it gives us the versatility to maneuver people, and in case of injuries, they've all played different positions. We're not only trying to get them mental reps on film, now we're trying to get them some physical reps. So that's where you're going to see a lot of moving around, constantly moving people into different spots to get better matchups for ourselves. So it's not going to just be that move. There may be other moves where we're thinking, okay, let's try this guy here, just so we know if we get in that situation, they've done it before. And it's helped us. Last year, let's go back to the Randall Goforth example. Remember, he had to go play corner, but he did mental reps, and because Coach Martin had him out here playing some corner, he understood it. We were able to survive what could have been I guess, bad word, interesting situation.
How have you liked how that alignment has looked so far?
It's gone well, but I mean that's one of the things that we have the versatility to have guys like Kenny Young, who can maneuver himself around and be able to play another position because he understands the whole concept. Woodsy had played over in the sand before, so it's not new for him. He can continue to build on what he's already known, so it gives us a chance to get some depth and maneuver people how we want to do it, and maybe go with a little bit older guys rather than a younger guy who maybe not be as sure of himself early on. But it does give us the option as they get better to maneuver someone back around inside or outside if we wanted to.
So is Kenny kind of going back to that role that he played when Miles got hurt a couple of years ago, and he had to kind of switch positions to make up for Miles being hurt?
He had to bring up on Miles getting hurt, didn't he? That was not a good day. Yes, because he can do it. He plays a lot of different places.
Yeah.
What have you liked about Darnay so far? He seems to have kind of the swagger of. He doesn't seem like a true freshman with the way he plays.
And the great part about that, because he's here in the spring, he's had a feel for it. He's been around the guys. I think he's got that confidence, and he knows what we're doing. It's his second go around hearing this for the second time, not the first time. He knows how to practice. He's all business when he comes out here. I enjoy watching him play, getting me everything he has. And once again, we're maneuvering him in different spots on the field. He's played a lot of different positions, and so his it's moving pretty fast, but as he keeps doing more and more of it, we're trying to get the game to slow down a little bit for him. The more he does the things we're doing, he'll be better for him.
Have you guys had enough practices to determine if there's any of the other true freshmen who just got in who have a chance to play?
Really haven't. Today was just our first really getting after it. As you can see today, we got a lot of great work done out here today, a lot of situational things. I think Coach Moore talked to the team afterwards, made a great point when he said, guys, when you watch the film, it's just not watching plays, it's watching situations. And he made the point, said, hey, we stopped them. We had a penalty, and it's that play, we had a holding penalty, but it gave them a whole nother set of downs. So it's not just looking at one play. So we're going to have an opportunity here to really get some good teaching done from what happened today. We put them in all the situations we possibly could, and we'll coach from that.
Seems like versatility is a big teaching point on all three positions.
All levels. It's a great point you just made, because we're trying to get that done, and we tell them, and I know Angus does it, and Coach Martin and Scotty, they do a great job of this. They teach them the concepts. We try to get all the guys the concepts. So if we do have to make a move, and we did it, we've done it at all three levels. We've experimented with different things that we're trying to get done, and we're going to have to continue to do that because it's a long season, and we have to be able to get guys ready to play a lot of different places.
What do you think of Octavius Spencer's camp so far? He's rotated in a little bit with the ones at safety.
Once again, early, finally getting reps, a lot of teaching going on. Hopefully as things go on, they'll start to play faster once they become more comfortable. Right now, until somebody's done something a lot of times, you don't really know how far they're going to go. Yeah. So I'm very careful how I judge people until I can tell, until they're completely sure of what they're doing, and they've done it enough times that we can make really a good evaluation. You hate to throw that at somebody. He blew this. Well, yeah. He's done it 2 times. He's never seen that look. He's never seen this look, So some of that's on us as time goes on. But once again, in football, as we all know, time's our enemy. So we really got to make maximum use of it.
At what point in the training camp schedule is it kind of teaching time is done and now it's kind of just repetition, making sure you hone those skills?
Good questions. And I think Coach Moore, as we move through this, he'll make that decision and say, okay, it's enough, enough's enough. Let's start going back and, because we are going to experiment with different things. We are going to experiment with different things we're doing on defense. We're going to try different things. We're going to take a look at different things, okay? We've talked about this in the off season, and we want to be able to do it now on the field. But at some point, we'll just say, okay, here's where we are. This is what we're going with. And now we'll get repetition.
How far out of the practice is scripted? Like how many days do you have set?
It changes, because I'm sure coach is going to go back after he looks at the film tonight. We have a plan for tomorrow. He may look at that and go, wait a minute, we need more passes. We need more blitz work. We need more on defense. Hey, you guys need to work on zones, things of that nature. So all of it's going to depend on the practices. And then he'll kind of come to us and say, okay, I want this, so much of this, so much of this, and then we'll go from there.
So it's not like you have a week mapped out. It's tweak
no,
as
we don't.
you go.
And injuries plays a better role. We wanted to work on 2 tight ends. Well, guys are down. Let's scrap that idea. Let's go now. Let's work on this. So it's going to change. It's never evolving. It's never set in stone. We're like, oh, this is it, and we can plan it out. As coaches, that'd be nice because we'd have it home, but it doesn't work that way.
What do you think Kenny's gotten better in the last year for him to kind of jump into this role with Kenny and Josh?
I think he's gotten, if you watch him, he's athletic. He's worked on his athleticism. He's got a really, really good mind for football. He likes to play football. He's a good leader with the guys. He wants to be good. He's doing all the things. And he's got a long, and the great thing when I say this, he knows it. He has a long way to go, but he's willing to work at it. Am I good to go?